Welcome to Make a Path Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today we are continuing with some more Q&A questions for the Walking Dead TV show. I am jumping right back into this. I think I needed a good warm-up. I feel like I answered those questions horrible. Sometimes you get those. Maybe I'll have to watch it back and I'll be like, oh, these answers suck. But hopefully that was a warm-up. Let's dive into another 15-20 minutes of some questions with Kevin. And if you want the rules to the Q&A, please read them down below. Most important, Q&A first thing in your sentence, because as I scroll down, that's what I look for. Kevin, Ronnie, are you worried about the future of Walking Dead? Are you worried about the future of The Walking Dead? Yes, I'm always worried. Containing budget, not because they're doing bad, just because it's my favorite show. I want it to be on as long as possible, and that's why, or at least that's why I feel I'm always harder on it. Even when it's doing great, I like to keep it on its toes and say, you could do better, because even though people look at it like it's king, man, it only takes a little bit. I think this little bit right now is a bad thing. I want to pick it up, or at least I wish it would pick up some. All right, containing budget, having to pay $200 million with the lawsuit with Darrell. First off, he didn't win. He's suing for $280 million. He didn't win, though. As far as if he wins, that will take years and years and years to even figure out. So I don't know. I'm sure they have safeguards for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they have to pay, there's probably lawyers can stall it longer. I don't know. But yeah, I always worry about, you know, the show and the future of the show. And I know a lot of people say, it's king, don't worry about it. But that's, in my opinion, that's the wrong mentality to have. We should worry about it. The wrong thing to say is, oh, you don't like it, don't watch it. And I said it too, you know. But in all honesty, if you took a step back, yeah, the wrong thing to say is that. The right thing to say is, okay, well, let's hear it out. Why don't you like the show? And if it's, you will know a bullshit answer when you hear it. But there are serious complaints, definitely complaints that should be addressed, and they should be taken serious, because if they are losing money on ad revenue, they're going to take that out on the budget. They're going to take it out on the show. They're not going to take it out on, you know, the people who are putting money into this to make money. This is a means to make money. This is an investment. That's how it works. The rich people will not get less money. They will just take it out of the show before they take it out of their pockets. So, but I do know the guy who shops around to get new shows for the investors to invest into, he's already shopping around to find new stuff that's going to be hot, which I don't understand, because there ain't shit out there right now that can, there are properties out there right now that could match The Walking Dead, but they are so rare. No matter what you find, it's not even going to come close to The Walking Dead. There's a few out there, but most of it's not going to come close. I don't know why those investors are even looking right now, but there's a lot of shit I don't know, so maybe that has to do with it. Jack the Boss, do you honestly think that Season 8 will just be all-out war? Yes, I do. Well, no, I don't. Right now, I'm worried they're going to cram it in the first half, but I think there's plenty of room to do an entire season of all-out war. Again, it's not all fighting. There's different outposts, figuring out where they are, attacking them, planning them, linking together with the different communities. You're going to have the communities linked together. They're going to set a plan. And this is simple. When I say they're going to make a plan, that might be 20 minutes of screen time. You know, you're already deep into the episode. They make a plan. They're going to split up. Now they're traveling. That's another 15 minutes to square everyone, just showing everyone splitting up and going their own different ways. Now you're 35 minutes into the episode, you know? You got commercials and all that, so you only got, what, 10 more minutes of actual screen time? Now they set up, they're about to attack. New episode. You know what I'm saying? So when I say you can do all-out war in a whole season, I could most likely be wrong. I could absolutely be wrong, you know? I've been wrong about shit in the past before. When I say that, I mean it. 100%. It could be the whole season. Chances are it's not. My biggest fear is they're going to cram all-out war into the first half of Season 8. Anyway, what were you going to say? All-out war. Be like the first half can be all-out war and the second half could contain some of the new beginning. I'm not saying that we have to see the Whispers in Season 8, but at least get to the start of a new beginning. Thank you. You rock. I appreciate that. I'm going to say a diss right here, though. You cannot start the new beginning and not introduce the Whispers. Look at that. The idea of that for a story, hey, we're going to have all-out war. Then we're going to have a second half where we show them growing crops, everything's fine, and then we're going to end the season because we can't show the Whispers yet. I just don't see it. As far as structure, I'm not seeing it. Maybe they make it great and it's fan-friggin-tastic. It's one of the best seasons, but I just don't see that happening. Not at all. Felix, how do you think they're going to tweak the story from the comics to fit the format of the show better? This is so open-ended. You can mean this in 700 million different ways. Just look at how they've been tweaking it in the past. That's how they're going to tweak the story. And I don't, what do you mean? For all-out war? Do you mean for the fighting? Do you mean for the characters? For the communities? Honestly, I don't know what you mean. If you want to ask more specifically or give me some type of idea of exactly what you mean. But I don't know. I find that such a huge question. I could go a million different directions. S719 La. Hey, Ronnie, what do you think of AMC posting pics of Sasha alive after that ending of the last episode? Why did they spoil their own cliffhanger? Wait, what? Hey, Ronnie, what do you think of AMC posting pics of Sasha alive? Oh, of alive. Well, because that cliffhanger was not, oh, Sasha's dead. That's not what that cliffhanger was. That cliffhanger was, oh, Sasha's about to die, you know? What shocked me is AMC posted a picture of Sasha in the cell. What? If you go and look, they put up a picture of Sasha in the jail cell. Sasha's locked up. We have Negan with the grimacing face looking in, and then we have another shot of Sasha in the friggin' jail cell. We left Sasha going in, guns blazing to kill Negan, and the next image we see in a trailer is her sitting like a puppy with her tail between her legs, a failed creature of nature, you know what I mean? Just a complete and utter failure of a plan, shit show of an execution. I mean, I hope there's something crazy, insane. I hope she just butchers half of whoever's in that hallway, just with her own bare hands, rips people's, you know, throats out with her own teeth, pulls out knives and just stabs the shit out of people because she went in like a beast after they were sitting. They could have just sat there and wait. They could have waited for another shot, another time, another opportunity, and they decided to go. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm hoping they create something good out of this because it just sounds ridiculous. Oh, yeah, we got this perfect sniper's nest. Up, Negan came out once and we didn't have a clear shot. Let's just go in, you know? Nabs. Do you think Rosita could be the one to get bit by Sasha like Denise in the comics? It would make sense because Rosita was training to be a doctor, and it would make sense that she would be the one to I'm not going to read the rest. Yeah, sure. I've said my choices. That's if they do that, you know. The light, because keep in mind, they did do the same exact thing in Fear, so we could get that, but a different execution. We could get that in a different reveal. You know, the bag over the head scene, the trade-off scene could happen, but a different outcome might also happen, a remixed outcome. The lit lighter. When do you think we can first see a Whisper tease? I was thinking maybe a very small tease in the finale coming up. No, and no. You can't have a 3-4 year time skip. And I know people are going to say it's 2. It's not. It's 3 to 4. That's what Kirkman said. And he kept it general on purpose. And it frustrates me when fans are like, Kirkman, give us an exact year. No, let the guy say between 2 and 4. It doesn't matter if it's 3 years or 4 years. It just doesn't matter. Leave him alone, you know? I like, because if you say, oh, between 2 and 4, you don't have to struggle for continuity. You don't have to struggle to make sure you're exactly right in something else. It's between 2 and 4. You know, it is what it is. Anyway, mini rant over. You can't show signs of the Whispers being in that area, being anywhere near them, and then have a 3-year time skip, and then have the Whispers need to be this group that runs into them accidentally because their society's growing out. Some of the patrol guys are going out further, and then their paths cross. They can't be in the same area and then leave. We already have too big of a coincidence with all the communities and nobody running into each other. You know what I mean? Anyway, I want them to play it safe with the Whispers, because it's such an awesome reveal. I don't want them giving us a little tease and then it gets spoiled for all the TV only fans, because the more tease you put out there, the more chance you have of spoiling it for the TV only fans. And don't tell me that 20,000 people, 40,000 people watch this video and oh my god, it's going to spoil the fan base. Fuck out of here. You know, fan base has millions of people. Even if the fan base only had 1 million fans, this is not enough people to spoil the majority of it, you know. Soltac Gaming. Do you think Daryl will get his jacket and original crossbow back? I don't care about the original crossbow, so flip a coin. The jacket, sure, I think he'll get it back. It would be a funny scene. Or it has the potential to be a funny scene, depending on how they play it. Or maybe I just want the funny scene to happen. I give up. It's not going to be funny. He's just going to take his jacket. 101 Mythbusters. 101 Mythbusters. I'm losing my voice now. Do you think we will see Negan yell, motherfucking D-I-C-S-U-C-K-K-N-T? You guys can read it. My daughter's playing. I'm not going to say it. Every time I censor a word, I think most people, maybe a lot of people are new who ask that, but I get a lot of names I know and they're like, Ronnie, why did you censor that? My daughter's right there. You know, she comes running in and out of the room, sometimes sneaking in, and I don't hear her. And then I curse and you can hear her go, oh daddy, and everyone's like, look at his white trash piece of shit. You know, he's cursing in front of his kid. I didn't know she was there. Leave me alone. Anyway, obviously it would be only on the Blu-ray, so what do you think they would yell in the TV version? I don't know. This is complicated. Listen, if it's in the Blu-ray, and I hope it is, and it looks like they're gonna do that, and I love that they're doing that, that's cool. But what will he yell on TV? I have no idea. It's not going to be that, though. He just might yell something simple, and they'll change it to a bunch of curses later, you know? Full Melt Fusion. Ronnie, do you think Daryl will stay with the Hilltop crew and operate under Maggie so Daryl and Dwight can both exist and Dwight defect and support Alexandria? Or do you think Dwight will be taken out altogether? No, I don't think Dwight's going to be taken out altogether. Again, I don't think you need to even separate the two at all. I don't think the two interfere. As long as you play the story right, you can have both of them going on runs together. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people are going, oh, they hate each other. Yeah, but if you're going to take out the real villain, they can suck it up and deal with it. I don't think you need to separate them at all. Like I don't think you need only one person with a crossbow. I don't think you need only one person to dress and look that way. If you have a group of people who are bikers, you know, a lot of bikers look alike. Are you going to say you only need the one? So no, you can do whatever you want with Daryl at this point. You can put him up with Maggie at the Hilltop. You can take him and put him at the Kingdom near Carol. I mean, that's fine too. You can keep him at Alexandria. I don't think you need to separate them. Master Indra. This reminds me. Wait, reminds me? I think the tower scene will be Michonne and Simon. Think about it. She's learning to use the snipers, so that's enough reason for her to be in the tower. But which tower? That's the thing. We don't have a tower right now. In the comics, the fight with Andrea was the savior on the tower was epic. But it wasn't a savior of importance, so they could use Simon in that scene. What do you think? Yeah, they could. It all depends on what they're doing around it. Because Negan would want to know where Simon is. Like, that's an important thing. So they would go up. It was some bullshit savior. That's why Negan was like, okay, we're out of here, you know, let's get out of here. And it didn't matter. He didn't go searching for him. It wasn't like a big deal. They could do that, you know, and then Negan just assumes he's dead. Sure, yeah. I don't think we need... I will agree with you. I think it would be better. It would probably have more importance. But that's not what the scene is designed for. The scene is just strictly designed to show the strength and the resolve and have that ass-kicking good time scene, you know? The scene that makes us fall in love with these characters again, especially weaker characters or female characters or whatever. It makes us view them with a level of respect, like they took an ass whooping and they just kept going. And it was also to fake them out, fake Rick out, to fake out the readers even. It was a cheap fake out, yeah, but it's not so cheap in the comic. It plays nice. It reads nice in the comic book. Even though when I was reading it, I'm like, nah, there's no way. They didn't toss Andrea out the window. But They might have. Let me keep going. All right. Kish Saratas. I screwed that up. I'm sorry. Ronnie, what are you looking forward to most from All Out War? Again, I'm looking, same thing as the previous video. I want to see how they blend the non-fighting storyline with the fighting storyline, because I feel it in my gut. It might be spread out, and it might not be every episode is war. We might have episodes that are the filler episodes, the down episodes, the this, the that, especially if they're going to structure the storylines the way they have been. That doesn't make them bad, though, you know? Because and I think people overlook this. Some people ride me when I knock the structure of the show, but some of my all-time favorite episodes are the episodes that a lot of fans claim are the bottle episodes. I hate that word, the split episodes. Some of those are my favorite episodes. I just don't think it works for the majority of the season. I think that's a bad idea. But when you got 3 or 4 episodes in a whole 16 lineup that are split, you know, that's fine. Give it to me, baby, you know, because the shit with Morgan was off the hook. It's one of my all-time favorites. Here's Not Here, Clear, shit like that. I love it, you know. All right, so that's what I'm looking forward to the most, how they're going to blend it. Hopefully in a full season. Joyce Stone. Instead of a guy, what if Michonne gets into a fight with a rat? Shit, yeah, that works. Doesn't have to be a guy. Red Poncho Man, how's your throat? No, me asking you that, not you asking me. Well, what do you think about Sasha lining up to shoot Negan with the lens cap on the rifle? No, I think that's a ridiculous article. They don't have the lens cap on the rifle. There are rifles. It depends on which end you're talking about. Are you talking about the front? Because it just did not look like it. But on the back, there's the scopes that take out some glare. I read up on it. I looked it up when I saw that article. If you look into those kind of scopes, the one article I read showed that there's these anti-glare, whatever, whoop-de-whoop. I just think it's a ridiculous article. I could be wrong. I'll look into it again, but that wouldn't be the first time they do that. And if they did do that, when they release it on Blu-ray, they'll edit it out, you know, so they'll make it fine again. Isaac Welch, do you think there could be a second lineup, and this time Negan will demand Daryl steps out or someone else will die? They could do that. I mean, it wouldn't make sense for them to copy the comic because they already did that. In the comic, it was about Carl shooting the bat. That's already done. Rosita did that. San Williams, how do you think the Alexandrians will react when Rosita tells them what happened with Sasha? I think they're going to react, you know, predictable. Oh, shit, we need to gear up. The time is now. We're moving now. Something like that. Barry, hey, Ronnie, do you think we will get the badass quote from Rick? Have you ever heard about the one about the guy who brought a baseball bat to the gunfight? I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know, because are you going to take out the F-bomb? If you do, it's weak. I want a different one. Rewrite something different. Give us that quote in the Blu-ray, you know, because I don't want to get a whole they're screwing with the wrong people again. I didn't like that. All right, one more. And then maybe we'll do a quick 10-minute one. I can post that later today or tomorrow. We'll see. Emma, how do you think past characters who've already met their maker will fare if they were around today? Oh, these are hard. I appreciate the question, but it's just too hard. Pretty much anything would happen. What do you say here? I would especially love to see where Shane is. If you want to see where Shane is, Kirkman has a panel where he said Shane would have gotten everyone killed with the governor. So a lot of people think Shane would have been the boss all the way up to Negan. Shane would have got them all killed by the governor. So that's that. But that's impossible to answer, because at the end of the day, as much as we want to dissect these, some guy is writing this story, and you could write it a million different ways, you know? So it's hard. All right, let's do one more. Little Tugga, how would you feel if Negan died in the season finale? I'd quit the show. This would be a Predator monster discussion only channel if that happened. And you mean this finale? Yeah, I'd quit, you know, because that would be so ridiculously stupid. Anyway, that's not going to happen though. Therese, will Heath come back at some point? Yes. Alright, we are going to record another 10-minute one. Hopefully I'll get it up before the episode airs. These have less editing in them. It's the only way I can get them up right now because I only have an hour to get all 3 of them edited, posted, uploaded, and that's cutting it. That's cutting it short. Alright guys, thanks for coming by and talking The Walking Dead with me. Put your thoughts, theories, opinions, and everything down in that comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.